This is Leonidas. I figured I would do a little test with the Nintendo Switch. I got my hands on some hardware. I figured it'd be a good idea to maybe demonstrate this live. See if maybe there's some interest. I'm gonna wait a couple of moments, maybe see if some people enter the room or not. Now, in regards to what I'm doing, I'm planning on booting up the Nintendo Switch and running it off this alternative dock I have. It's connected to the Switch through USB-C to this alternative dock. Runs through one cord. Let's be accurate on our cords here. If we follow this cord, which is power going to the actual unit right here, and is powering the Switch, goes from here along here and runs directly to the Omnicharge. Now, I also have another power cable running from the Omnicharge right here, and it runs along and connects to this monitor. This monitor runs directly off the Omnicharge. So is my external dock or alternative dock, along with the Switch. And now I have the Switch running HDMI from the same dock that's connected right here. You follow the cord. Got this cord going here. It continues along here. It does a little loop, as you can see, and comes around here. I'll be dealing with cord management eventually, and that would be a mini or micro HDMI, I think it is, into this monitor. Now, as I said, this monitor is plugged into my power bank, so it's pretty decent. I'm thinking of replacing this setup with the power bank I have right there in the back, but until then, we're going to stick with this. Now, there's been a lot of people worried about the Switch bricking after using alternative docks. I'm not telling anyone to go ahead and do this themselves. I've only been doing this for about an hour now, testing this setup out. Seems to be working pretty good. I haven't really had any troubles. I've also left the Switch plugged into the dock and the HDMI to the Omnicharge in the position or state it's in right now in sleep. And the Omnicharge, or the Switch I should say, ended up going from 95%, if I recall correctly, up to 100%, which meant it was still charging. I've unplugged it, plugged it in a couple of times. But what I've noticed is some people say something similar with this dock here, that if you go to turn it on, you got to unplug it, plug it back in after sleep, and all these problems. But I don't know, on a 5.0, I seem to be running pretty good. Now, if you like this video, you should like, subscribe, and share, most definitely. Google and YouTube have changed a lot of things, so it's made it a little harder for some of us broadcasters. So now I'm going to demonstrate with the controller, Pro Controller, turning on the Switch itself. Let's give it a moment. Should recognize. If it doesn't, I'm going to be surprised. I've done this a couple of times. But, oh, there we go. The Switch is starting to recognize the controller. The Switch went black. And as you can see there, the Switch is recognized by this portable monitor, I'm going to call it. If I'm not mistaken, it only runs off about 5 watts. Something like that. Now, running off my Pro Controller. I can go right. I can go left. Things seem to be working pretty good. I can prove. Alright, so here we are. We got the Switch hooked up to the monitor. Sorry for the little disconnection. Now, back to where we were. The Switch is hooked up through this alternative dock. Run through these cords here for power. One of them runs to this dock, USB-C, to the Omnicharge. and one runs to the portable monitor right here, as you can see. Then I have the HDMI that runs through the USB-C to the dock, straight to the monitor. Now let's get to the good stuff. We're going to turn this on and we're going to see. A lot of people are complaining that the new 5.0 software is bricking their Nintendo Switch. Some people are saying with this dock that when they put it to sleep and turn it back on, that it's not just turning back on. But for me, that doesn't seem to be the case. I've been testing this out, as I stated before, for about an hour, roughly an hour, with the setup I got here. All the cords, trying to keep them in view for everybody. A lot of people who just don't believe, always denying people's evidence on YouTube. All the cords are there. There's nothing else leading up. As you can see, I can use the Pro controller while it's in this state. I can go back and forth. I can prove I'm in 5.0. I go into our little menu here, scrolling all the way down, and as you can see, current version 5.0 seems to be pretty good. No complaints. Yeah, so let's see. Had a game running. Hollow seems to be running pretty good. I apologize if you're not getting the best view from the monitor, but doing my best. I'm going to try and set this up so you can see for a moment how this is working out and how this kind of runs with this setup. Runs fairly good. No complaints. Might be able to prop the monitor up just a little bit more. A better angle for the camera. It's a little better, at least from my point of view. Now playing with the Pro controller. Never really played this, so I only know so much in this game right now. I haven't gotten any further than where I am right now. This is still a test run and everything. Checking out how it goes. Like I said, I've been running this off this dock right here. Obviously, it's an alternative and not the official dock. To prove that I'm able to unplug and plug it back in, and that it is running off of here, as you can see. I can plug the system back in using the USB-C, and in just a moment it connects right to my monitor. Now as for my battery, I'm at 100% because I've been connected, but I've noticed, well, the Joy-Cons are connected to the Switch itself, the Nintendo Switch. You can't really navigate these menus when you're in this mode, so what you got to do is actually disconnect your Joy-Con controllers, because when you're docked, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I guess when you're docked, Nintendo really doesn't expect you to be playing with it in your hands, everything, right? Because they don't really make a dock for that. But as you can see, still able to navigate. Oh, first player is the Pro controller, so as of right now, but in the menu you can see that things are working. And as I said, we are on the 5.0 software, latest from Nintendo. So I can navigate the menus. If I hadn't connected the Pro controller, these would probably be working right now, disconnected from the system. But I have the Pro controller as my main controller right now, so I'm just going to put these back onto the Nintendo Switch. And I'm going to go back down here. I'm going to go back into the game. It's only a quick little run. I am going to come back and do another live video or demonstration for everybody. Show them this running. An update on if my system has gotten bricked. So far this setup is amazing. I will down the road probably have some links to some of the hardware that I'm using for this setup. As I said, this is very portable. I will be making a video probably soon at a park or something like that when we get some warm weather. Maybe even at a mall. Who knows? Just for the fact that, you know, it's something something feasible now. The only problem is my cord management. As you can see, I got a lot of cords that are a little longer than what I need. I probably need cords. They're all about 3 foot long cords. For this setup, I would probably recommend 2 USB-C cords about maybe a foot long, maybe not even that, and your HDMI, yeah, a foot, maybe not even in that, to be honest, because you want to get everything as compact as possible. If I could, like, all these cords would just, it would just be something, I don't know, it's hard to demonstrate, but it would just be more like this, you know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't, I wouldn't have all this excess cord and everything to work with. So I'm going to make more videos, and I'm going to make more live streams demonstrating if my system gets bricked. Maybe I'll run through some other games. Maybe if you guys leave some likes, comments, and stuff like that, I'll be able to get back to you guys. Maybe I can test something specifically that you guys would like. But in that regard, you'll have to give me some comments in regards to what you might like to see specifically. If you could like, share, subscribe, that would really help the channel. There's going to be a lot of videos to come. Also got some very interesting videos showing the Surface Pro running Windows 10, High Sierra, and Android 7.1, I think it is. Either 7.0 or 7.1. All on one computer, and that's not with no virtual machines or anything like that. That's all straight from boot up. So, as you can see, this setup right now is really good. Once again, I'm going to disconnect the switch. I'm going to show. Oh, sorry, some people aren't going to be happy about that, but as you can see, it's running. There's no question about it. So, whether you like this video or not, whether you believe this video or not, it's not worth disputing because every video I've made has been legit. I'm honest as it comes. I'm going to plug it in one more time. You know what? Just for the purposes of the video and for the live stream, I'm going to put this system to sleep. I'm going to give it a moment. Why not? And then I'm going to push the home button. Watch the controller. The system lights up. The monitor lights up. I'm going to click that A button. Left, right. Doesn't matter. It's pretty good. Responsive. This monitor technically is 768p, but it runs, or it's able to run 1080p into itself, and I guess downscales or whatever it does to make it fit the screen, but gives me a really good quality. I could drop it down to 768p maybe if the switch will allow me to probably keep the temperature down. As for the temperatures, now that we've been doing this video a little bit, I know I haven't been running the game constantly, but temperatures are fairly good, and the battery power seems to be at 100%. I'm going to unplug this thing, let the battery drop for a little bit, and then I'm going to plug it back in off camera. I'm going to give it some tests. Maybe I'll do some tests on camera. I'll have the battery depleted, and then I'll show you guys, you know, after a while that the battery has increased. All that good stuff. So, more to come here from Leonidas. Like, subscribe, share to whoever you need to. And also keep in mind we're really taking the time to look into this bricking of the systems on the 5.0 software. So far I haven't had any problems. Like I said, I've only been doing this for about an hour with a custom dock. But yeah, and monitor. I did use this monitor through the original dock from the Switch. I could make a video like that, but for portable purposes, this is why I'm doing this video, because I'm telling you, summer's coming. Look at this. You'll be going to the beach. Like, you're going to play 2 players with somebody. Do you want a screen that small or that big? I think we can all agree we'd rather something like that for 2 players. Have a great day. Take care. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I also have, I'm not going to show it right now, but I have an alternative method for a controller that you can use. Maybe an alternative to the Joy-Cons while holding it in handheld like this, still with the screen. So it's going to take some time. I'll get back to everyone. All the best. Take care.